What does the CHES scale contribute to understanding cheese? A. Medication monitoring. B. Predicts cognitive ability. C. Identifies risk of decline or mortality. D. Helps identify mood symptoms. The correct answer is C. Identifies risk of decline or mortality. The changes in health, end-stage disease, signs, and symptoms, CHES, scale is designed to detect frailty and health instability. It specifically helps to identify individuals who are at risk of serious decline. Higher scores on the CHES scale indicate higher levels of medical complexity and are strongly associated with adverse outcomes, such as mortality, hospitalization, pain, caregiver stress, and poor self-rated health. Why is risk adjustment critical when comparing CHES scores across facilities? A. To ensure consistency in staff workload. B. To enable valid comparisons. C. To allow meaningful facility comparisons. D. To evaluate case mix systems. The most appropriate answer is C. To allow meaningful facility comparisons, though B. To enable valid comparisons is also a functionally correct interpretation based on the source text. According to the RAI training materials, population risk adjustment is a critical step because factors beyond a facility's control may affect a given outcome. A facility might score higher or lower on a quality indicator, CHI, simply because they care for a population of higher or lower risk residents. To account for these uncontrolled differences, formal statistical adjustments are utilized in the RAI CHI calculations to evaluate case mix differences across facilities. The primary purpose of this adjustment is to ensure that facilities with higher risk populations are not unfairly penalized. By leveling the playing field, the adjusted data can accurately support continuous quality improvement, system monitoring, and meaningful facility comparisons when calculating a CHI rate. What is used in the denominator, A. Total assessments meeting inclusion criteria. B. Residents eligible for that indicator. C. Residents with condition present. D. Only residents over 65. The correct answer is B. Residents eligible for that indicator. According to the RAI training materials, the denominator in a quality indicator, CHI, calculation is defined as everyone that could trigger the CHI. When applying the assessment level logic, the system determines which residents qualify to be measured by filtering out those where the outcome is expected or inappropriate to measure. The remaining assessed residents, those who are eligible and not excluded, form the denominator. LLQLS are calculated using raw scores without population correction. True, false, false. While the initial structure of a quality indicator, CHI, involves an unadjusted percentage calculation, numerator divided by denominator multiplied by 100, these numbers are subsequently recalculated to include population adjustment. The RAI system applies formal, statistical risk adjustment to account for case mix differences across different facilities. This population risk adjustment is a critical step because factors beyond a facility's control can affect specific outcomes, and a facility might otherwise score differently simply because it cares for a higher risk or lower risk population. By utilizing these statistical adjustments, the system ensures that facilities with higher risk populations are not unfairly penalized, leveling the playing field for accurate monitoring and comparison. Which CHI indicates potential overuse of physical restraints? A. Pruos. B. Res 01. C. Res 02. D. Payox. The correct answer is B. Res 01. According to the RAI training materials, Res 01 is the prevalence quality indicator, CHI, that measures the percentage of residents in daily physical restraints. This indicator calculates the number of residents in daily physical restraints, the numerator, out of the total assessed residents, the denominator. Tracking this percentage helps facilities monitor care quality and flag the potential overuse of physical restraints for deeper investigation. For context on the other options provided, Black Circle PRU 05 measures the percentage of residents who had a stage 2 to 4 pressure ulcer. Black Circle Payox measures the percentage of residents with moderate to severe pain. How is a resident identified for inclusion in a given CHI? A. All residents in the province. B. Residents discharged to home. C. Residents matching inclusion criteria. D. Staff selected cohort. The correct answer is C. Residents matching inclusion criteria. In the Inter-RAI LTCF system, each quality indicator, CHI, utilizes assessment level logic to determine which target assessments specifically qualify for inclusion in the calculation. The system evaluates the assessment data to filter out individuals using specific exclusions, effectively removing residents for whom the outcome is expected or not appropriate to measure. The remaining assessed residents who match the inclusion criteria and are not excluded form the denominator, while those who exhibit the specific outcome being tracked make up the numerator. CIHI adjectivists all submitted CHIs to reflect individual facility coding preferences. True, false, false. CIHI does not adjust quality indicators, CHIs, to reflect individual facility coding preferences. Instead, CIHI recalculates submitted QLS to apply formal statistical population risk adjustment. This adjustment is used to account for case mix differences, as factors beyond a facility's control such as caring for a population of higher or lower risk residents can significantly affect their outcomes. The primary purpose of this adjustment is to ensure that facilities with higher risk populations are not unfairly penalized, which enables continuous quality improvement, system monitoring, and meaningful comparisons across facilities. Prevalence indicators look at outcomes over a 12-month period. True, false, false. According to the Inter-RAI LTCF training materials, prevalence indicators measure the proportion of residents with a specific condition at a single point in time using only one assessment, the most recent one. In contrast, it is incidence indicators that measure a change in status or the development of new cases over a specific period of time by comparing two separate assessments. While the CIHI reporting site and Health Quality Ontario do combine these assessment results into a rolling 4-quarter average, 12 months of assessments, for overall facility reporting, the prevalence indicator itself evaluates a resident's state at a single snapshot in time. What are quality indicators, CHIs, primarily used for in long-term care settings? A. Track medication changes. B. Set staffing schedules. C. Monitor and improve care quality. D. Provide financial forecasts. The correct answer is C. Monitor and improve care quality. Quality indicators, QLS, are utilized at the facility, regional, and system levels specifically to drive improvement. Their primary purpose in long-term care settings is to support continuous quality improvement, system monitoring, and facility comparisons. By tracking both the prevalence of specific conditions at a single point in time and the incidence of new cases or changes in status over time, CHIs help evaluate the effectiveness of care interventions. Ultimately, they serve as signals or flags to identify the burden of conditions within a facility and highlight areas requiring deeper investigation to monitor and improve care quality. Numerators and denominators for QLS are selected based on standardized assessment logic. True, false, true. In the Inter-RAI system, each quality indicator, CHI, is structured using specific assessment level logic, which determines exactly which target assessments qualify for inclusion in both the numerator and denominator of the indicator.